I was just tagged in a What in a Day video by a 13-year-old girl trying to get her dream body. And as a mom, my heart aches.
A lot of the fitness influencers that I've trained with, they just care about content. They don't train hard at all.
You train like puppies.
No, dead ass.
Sitting there fucking videotaping yourself the whole time. Stupid, why are you doing it?
What is up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel, and if you're new to my channel, welcome to my channel. My name is tonibryanne, and in today's video we're going to be discussing the problematic aspects of the fitness community. Before we get into today's video topic, let's do a few housekeeping things. Starting off, please be sure you guys are following me on all my social media accounts. You guys, I don't just post on YouTube, I post on Instagram and TikTok as well. Y'all know I have my opinions on TikTok, but I am a content creator at the end of the day, so I do post on that platform, and my goal is to continue expanding on all my platforms to get my word and messaging out. I also have launched a book club. I have only told my YouTube community, so if you guys are not subscribed to my channel, make sure you subscribe right now, so we'll be able to have chit chats through the YouTube community. But I do currently have a book club on Patreon. The book club is called The Reading Circle, and we just completed our first book called Birthday Girl. That book was definitely a lot to read, and quite frankly, I had lots of thoughts and lots of opinions. If you guys like to have access with discounted books, open conversation, community, some girl chat, and get into your reading bag, please be sure to join the Reading Circle today. The link to my Patreon will be linked down below in the description box. And as for Instagram, I'm on my way to 10,000 followers. On my Instagram page, we do lots of polls. I interact with you guys. We have conversations. We banter. We love it there. Please be sure to follow me on Instagram. And now let's get into our verse and quote of the day. Wow, I feel like God is speaking to me right now because I really needed this quote of the day. So today's quote of the day is, "My mistakes are opportunities for growth, and I choose to learn from them." Today's verse of the day is Isaiah chapter 26, verse 4, and it reads, "Trust in the Lord forever. For the Lord himself is the rock eternal." And without further ado, you guys, let's get straight into today's video.
Taking you in this moment.
So have you guys noticed that fitness, working out, running clubs, Pilates, all of these different avenues of strengthening your body has gotten incredibly popular in recent years? It seems as if everybody and everyone is hopping on this trend of being fit. Now, this is not necessarily a bad thing because I think health is wealth and we all should be healthy and we all should be increasingly more active and increasing our mobility. But we all know with good, there is always bad. And with bad, it has to do with the toxic fitness community. And more specifically, we'll be hounding a little bit on fitness influencers, obviously not all, but we'll be discussing a few of the negative attributes of fitness influencers and how it's negatively affecting society. So what exactly is a fitness influencer? Fitness influencers are influencers that gain massive followings on either Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, and numerous other platforms showing their daily regimen when it comes to them being healthy or fit. Any of their daily activities and routines can come from what they eat, how many times a week they're working out, different workout routines, nutrition, maintaining a healthy lifestyle, and just anything that revolves around strictly health. So these videos may be listed as how to get abs in 5 days, how I lost 30 pounds in 1 month, how I changed my eating habits, how I trained for a marathon, just so many different avenues of videos that they go down. And all these can be seen as motivational for the everyday person that wants to change their lifestyle. But with motivation can come a very tragic ending, aka transitioning from one unhealthy lifestyle to another unhealthy lifestyle on a totally different totem pole. So that can mean anything from you eating unhealthy processed foods, going out to eat a lot, intaking a lot of calories, or even sometimes people not eating enough, to them taking extremities to reach their desirable bodies, which is if you're someone that's trying to achieve a slimmer look, you may go to having extreme diets, like eating a lot less calories than you're supposed to be eating, not eating at all, or people with slimmer figures that are trying to bulk up eating entirely too much. These two extremities can be caused at the hands of fitness influencers. Now, I'm about to tell you guys why in detail that fitness influencers can influence these people to make these unhealthy changes to the everyday person's lifestyle. There is a rough estimate of 50,000 fitness influencers on Instagram alone. Most of these influencers claiming to have some secret sauce to living and maintaining a healthier lifestyle. Now, a lot of these influencers, I will give credit to, they do have the knowledge to be able to promote certain diets, certain recipes, workout plans, fitness goals, etc. But there are some that are taking extreme routes in order to maintain the look that they currently have. And those extreme routes are not considered healthy. In doing this, they begin pushing an unrealistic lifestyle versus a healthy lifestyle. So let's first discuss a very sensitive topic. So this is a pre-warning. We will be discussing eating disorders. So you have some influencers out there that promote a very, very strict diet regimen. Some examples of this I have already mentioned. They will do calorie deficits, or you may know it as calorie restriction. They'll eliminate an entire kind of food, whether that's dairy, whether that's poultry, cutting out sugar, cutting out gluten, and etc., etc. Just the certain things that people consider to be bad for you. Or they have this excessive push of clean eating. These different diets, if not done or considered with care, can lead to things like anorexia, bulimia, or orthorexia. And if you are unaware of what orthorexia is, it is just simply an unhealthy focus on eating a healthy way. The emphasis or the heightened obsession of losing weight or staying fit to look like your favorite fitness influencer can definitely take over and overshadow the initial reason of why you may be wanting to be fit, which is to be healthy. It is important to note that being healthy means maintaining a healthy and balanced nutrition, which means eating enough. And choosing not to eat at all or really limit yourself from eating leads to an unbalanced nutrition. So some influencers do a kind of video called What I Eat in a Day. And I find these videos to be incredibly problematic. Now, maybe what this influencer might eat in a day is great for their body and how their body may process food, but for someone else, it may be entirely too little or entirely too much. Now, I've seen two sorts of these videos. I've seen the videos where some of these girls pretend that they eat a lot more than they probably really do. Like they'll overly emphasize that they're eating burgers and they're eating pizza and ice cream to try and make it seem like, hey guys, I really do eat food. Like I'm not just this skinny because I'm not eating. It's because I'm working out as well. But with some of their body frames, like I will say people shaped like a Kendall Jenner, a Zendaya, Kaya Gerber, those women are naturally very thin. So they probably can go and eat burgers, pizza, so on and so forth, and not gain a single pound. But someone who has more of a average body type cannot do that. So when these girls post some of these foods that they're eating, though I don't even believe that they're eating all that junk, I think they do it to come off as relatable and to deflect from them potentially having an eating disorder. It's problematic to promote. So then these influencers may have their viewers watching this content and they're like, wait, I work out and I'm also eating this junk food, but I'm not losing a single pound, whereas she looks like she's as skinny as ever. And there is not a single fat cell in her body. But it's because they're not necessarily promoting what they're actually eating in a day.
What the hell is going on out here? Oh, I'm cooking. I can see that, but you never cook. Oh no, but I had to record what I eat in a day for content. It's on my schedule. Should that not be food you actually eat? No, not really. I just want it to be aesthetic. I'm like a 2,800 calorie day. 2,800? Are you having me on? Yeah, it gets really good engagement. Do you not think it's a little bit harmful lying to people about that? Look, I'm not really lying. It's just content like. But people could watch what you're putting up and seeing what you eat in a day and think that if they copy that, they'll get similar results to you and what you look like. But you don't even do that. Wise up. It's not that serious. I honestly think it might be. What makes you say that? You don't know what people are going through and what the relationship with food is like. You could be putting that up thinking it's pure harmless, but you're adding to a lot of the misleading content that's already on social media, and then you putting up stuff that you maybe don't actually eat. I never really thought of it like that, to be honest. Guess I've just never really struggled with that before, so I never really thought about it.
Then you have the other influencers that are promoting what they do eat in a day, and it is not nearly enough. Some of these people are literally eating like birds in order to maintain their figures, because we all know a big chunk of losing weight or staying fit has to do with what you're eating. So some of these people literally don't eat at all or eat the very bare minimum in order to maintain their physique. So say they post what they truly eat in a day, they are now promoting unhealthy body standards and unhealthy nutrition.
What I ate in a day to lose 40 pounds through fasting and keto, 16/8 edition. Since it was a 16/8 day, I didn't have anything for breakfast. I just had a glass of water and my electrolytes. Once lunch came around about 12 p.m., I had some eggs and bacon with sliced avocado. For dinner, I had lamb with broccoli and a cream and mushroom sauce. And as dessert, I had Greek yogurt with cinnamon and coconut flakes.
I have no qualms with a what in a day video for a little meal inspo, but when they kick off with a body shot that is explicit like this, especially in the context of weight loss, it reinforces that if you want to look like this, you have to eat like this. And that's particularly problematic when there's only 2 low-carb meals in the entire day. I was just tagged in a what in a day video by a 13-year-old girl trying to get her dream body, and as a mom, my heart aches. TikTok should not be showing diets where a stick of gum is labeled as a snack and we're losing over 3 pounds in 2 days. Young people should not be learning how to eat from content on TikTok like this. TikTok, please do better.
So I eat the same exact breakfast every single day and it has 20 grams of protein for only like 100 calories. So I'm gonna show you how to make it. Let's go.
And this is the dangerous shit that I'm talking about with these what I eat in a day videos, basically promoting disordered eating as healthy. This breakfast is not enough food for a small child. Like 100 calories is not enough calories for breakfast unless you want to be hungry within 5 minutes and unless you want to guarantee a binge later. Like, no, this focus on being low calorie, you do not need to be afraid of calories. Calories are good. Our bodies need calories in order to survive, in order to function properly. And this is not even a balanced breakfast. Like, your body needs more than 100 calories and 20 grams of protein. Your body needs carbs, it needs fats, it needs fiber, and all of the other nutrients that come along with it. Like, oh my God.
So I just think in general, we should just not promote what we are eating in a day and we should just eat our foods, because I think that it leads to 2 very different routes of how it can be problematic, but it definitely deflects from the fact that we all have different body types and what you may eat may not be of nutritional balance for my body. Another huge topic of these fitness influencers promoting unrealistic body standards has to do with them going on, getting plastic surgery, and then coming online and acting as if they built that body from the gym. That is one of the most annoying things I have seen, but it is far more common than you think. This leads to very unrealistic expectations of what you may achieve in the gym. A BBL body and a gym body are 2 completely different things. What you can get on the surgery table, you most likely cannot get in the gym unless you have those genes. Oh my God, I don't know how many times I can say this. It is startling the amount of times I see somebody posting themselves online in like a dress, promoting a dress, and everyone's like, what's your workout routine? What's your workout routine? The way that dress fits on that person, the way that that person's body looks, 9 out of 10 times was not homegrown in the gym.
It's not the dress, it is that person's body. Some of you need to hear that and remember that when you see that person come up on your For You page that has that white, blue, tight dress on, very form-fitting, they have like a Coke bottle body, it's their body. The dress, unless you have that body type, it's not gonna look like that on you.
The best advice I can give is to look at people or other fitness influencers that have a similar physique to you and then look at what they do in the gym. Because if you look like Zendaya and you're trying to achieve a body like Bernice Burgos, it's not gonna happen in the gym. You gotta go to Dr. Miami for that result, okay?
Fitness influencers are lying to you about losing their BBLs and gaining it back from the gym. You can't lose a BBL. Yes, it can get smaller if you lose a bunch of weight, but you can't lose it. Once they gain all that weight back again, it just goes right back to where they put the fat cells, their butt. So whether they go to the gym or not, do a bulk or not, any weight they gain is just going to go right back in the same shape. And none of this weight will go to their stomach because they've had all the fat cells removed from there. It's so wrong to say that it's from the gym because it's not. They say that they lost their BBL and got it all back from the gym so that you guys can buy their guides. So stop comparing yourself to them because they didn't get it from the gym. They have an unfair advantage.
When these influencers go out promoting as if they made this body in the gym when they did not, once again, they're promoting unrealistic expectations. They're impacting other people's self-esteem, and they may be causing some people to be overly working out in the gym, which also can lead to a very unhealthy lifestyle. Some people may be over fatiguing their muscles in order to achieve what this influencer claimed they got in the gym. And they're like, well, I did everything that she did. I bought her workout tape. I started taking the supplements she takes. I'm in the gym 5 to 7 days a week. I'm doing the exact routine that she does, but I'm not seeing the same results. And a lot of times it's because their results were not made in the gym. Their results were made on that surgery table. It is every fitness influencer's choice to go and get their body done. That is not what the issue is here. The issue here is the lack of transparency. If you're going to be something like a fitness influencer trying to influence other people to get your body type, you need to be fully transparent about what you got done, because that takes away from your credibility and can also lead to an array of different mental health disorders because your followers are trying to achieve this look and they're doing everything that they can, but they're unfortunately not achieving the same results you did because you were not being transparent about what you got done in order to achieve your look.
It doesn't matter if a woman's body is natural or she had surgery to enhance it. It's none of my business. But what I don't like is woman influencers getting fake bodies and telling their followers that their body was made in the gym. That's like me giving men dating advice, but I pay for sex. It's irresponsible and dangerous. Young women will copy what these influencers do and expecting their bodies to look like the influencers, but it's impossible. It's impossible because these young women are following a lie. Then they get depressed, their mental health suffers, and they're in a worse position than they began. All bodies are different. We can have the same identical diet and workout to a T, and I can lose 10 pounds and you can only lose 2 pounds. Because all bodies are different. These influencers are robbing women of their money, and I don't like that shit. Talking about they doing squats and full body workouts. Ma'am, your full body is a Sunny Delight jug. Stop. And that's okay. Just don't lie about it. To all the women out there, just do what works for you. If you want to go to the gym, great. If you want to get surgery, great. If you don't want to do either, great. Do your research and do what makes you happy. And to all the influencers out there lying, be responsible and stop the cap.
Now let's get into misleading product endorsements that these fitness influencers put out there. So there are two routes of this I'm going to take. The first one is going to be with these fitness influencers releasing their own product endorsements. And then the second one is them accepting brand deals, etc., to promote on their account to their following. So as a fitness influencer blows up, they may decide to release their own products. Some of those products being, which we mentioned a little bit earlier, a recipe book, a workout tape, personal training, a meal plan, meal prepping, etc., etc. They release all of these things and they make a crap ton of money from it. And honestly, I'm not mad at it. Get your coin. I respect it. If you built your following and you're trying to sell something now, I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing. But I do believe it is a bad thing when you're not doing the work behind the scenes in order to make sure this is the best product available for your followers that have supported you and loved you. So the first thing I'm going to discuss is their unqualified advice. Many fitness influencers lack knowledge and training in healthy nutritional techniques. A lot of them are doing it just from their personal experience and just from what works for them. Once again, all of our bodies are different, so that's why you may need to understand the scientific aspect behind healthy nutritional values. So with them not having proper knowledge behind maybe a meal plan or a workout plan that they gave to a follower that is now their new client, they can be giving their followers advice that is completely unsafe. And this also connects with the idea of them accepting brand deals and offers from just any and every brand. As an influencer, I will say the money can be great when it comes to product endorsement, but I will say I'm very conscious about whatever product I am promoting. I make sure to understand what the product is, I make sure to understand the company's values, and I make sure that I myself would use or have used that product. Which gets me into today's sponsor of the day. So as I have said countless times on my channel, I'm a huge advocate for sexual health, primarily for women. I believe all women should learn their bodies, understand their bodies, and study their bodies in order to be able to be their highest capacity of divine femininity. When I'm happiest and I feel most woman, that is when I am taking care of myself, whether that's running myself a warm bath, doing my skincare routine, putting on my cute pajamas. I'm a pajamas girly by heart. I love to look so beautiful when I go to bed, and this is just things that is intimate to me, not for a man. And to not be too taboo, also with women learning how to take care of themselves and love themselves comes a different aspect of things. On social media, women being celibate or abstinent is on the horizon. But with being celibate or abstinent being on the horizon, I don't believe that you need to punish yourself because you still have yet to find the one. And that is when Love Honey comes to play. Love Honey is a company that wants all people to define and discover their own pleasure. My favorite attribute of Love Honey's toys are the sleekness and the discreetness of all of their products. If you are not currently living alone, I'm sure you do not want the entire household to hear you doing what you got to do in your own privacy. It is clear that Love Honey is woman-led and makes sure to take care of those things that we really want to keep private. So in order to share the delights of Love Honey, we'll be doing a little giveaway. The first step of this giveaway is to click the link in my description box. This will lead you to your gift voucher. When you guys go and visit Love Honey via the link in the email, the gift voucher will automatically be applied to your cart. You will then be added to Love Honey's weekly giveaways, where Love Honey will be gifting toys and vouchers throughout the remainder of the year. And if you are indeed a winner, you'll be contacted privately by @LoveHoneyOfficial via your DMs. Thank you so much again, Love Honey, for sponsoring this segment of today's video, and please be sure to click the link in my description box so that you can join your self-pleasure journey. So in reference to my original point about these fitness influencers just accepting any and every brand deal, whenever you are promoting something that has to do with somebody's body or what they're putting into their body, you need to do your due diligence in terms of making sure it is FDA safe and that they have enough backing as a brand to be promoted to your following. Safety comes first before any monetary gain. But unfortunately, some people take monetary gain over ethics.
I just finished filming a home workout for you guys.
By 2014, Brittany Dawn Davis had become a social media fitness influencer.
Kind of resonated with me just because it's something I've dealt with in my past.
Corey Reale had just started using Instagram and decided to buy Davis's fitness and nutrition plan.
I gained between 8 to 9 pounds that first week, which is detrimental to somebody who has battled eating disorders.
Despite a promise for personal coaching, Davis replied to Reale's concerns with generic affirmations.
I started to feel those red flags pop up, and I just had to literally make the decision. It's I'm done.
Last year, the Texas AG's office sued Davis for deceptive business practices, asking for up to $1 million, claiming she sold plans without personalizing them and even charged shipping fees for digital plans.
I'm sorry for anyone that feels hurt or scammed.
The case has now been settled, with Davis agreeing to pay $400,000. Another $130,000 can be added on if she violates the agreement, which bans her from selling personal plans without providing coaching and claiming to have special eating disorder knowledge.
I believe I read that 4 times just to make sure I was reading what I was reading.
Reale says years later, it feels like there's finally accountability.
I'm not trying to get my $90 back. It was never about the money for me.
Davis, who didn't respond to a request for comment, has to close her business, which she's already pivoted to spiritual content.
Fitness and health are no longer my identity. My identity is in Christ.
She's now selling Christian retreats for up to $300.
Be cautious, honestly, because a scammer is a scammer is a scammer.
In Dallas, I'm William Joy.
And my last and final point has to do with the overemphasis on appearance. And this is going to be broken down into a few talking points. So as I stated numerous times throughout this video, a lot of fitness influencers, though they claim that they're promoting a healthy lifestyle, a lot of them are actually promoting more so the physical versus the healthy aspect of things, and even the mental aspect of things. In doing this, fitness influencers themselves succumb to their own ideals that they have been pursuing and pushing to their followers.
I just found out that this fitness influencer I follow on Instagram has a BBL.
Yeah, a lot of them do because the fitness industry has pushed look as the primary qualification. And the logic checks out. If I see someone with my dream physique, I would assume they know what they're doing and could teach me how to do that. Unfortunately, it doesn't work like that. There's BBLs, steroids, drastic diet. They even make inserts that you can put into your leggings to make it look like your butt's built. Gymshark athletes are a good example. Not all of them, but some of them are coaches who put their clients on shitty meal plans, which they're also not qualified to do because they're not registered dietitians, but whatever. I mentioned her before, but Stephanie Buttermore is a great example. She had a crazy physique, super shredded, but she admitted that the diet she did to keep that physique and the amount of working out she had to do was not healthy. If you're about to spend $100 on someone's glute plan, don't be afraid to ask them what their qualifications are. And if their only source is an Instagram picture, that's not a qualification.
So let's discuss how these influencers literally live and sleep working out. So there are some fitness influencers that have being a fitness influencer as their full-time job, and they're making a bucket load of money from doing this. So with them making so much money being a fitness influencer, a lot of them are not working a traditional 9-to-5 job. So that means they have a lot more time on their hands, which means they have a lot more time to go to the gym and maintain all of these very intense diet regimens, fitness routines, and overall activity that they do. For instance, I still have to go to the gym right now. Okay, guys, after I finish filming this, I'm hopping up behind right to the gym. So I spend about 2.5 hours in the gym. I either walk outside or I walk in my gym on the treadmill or my walking pad in my apartment for about roughly an hour. And then I do my fitness, a lot of lifting I do. That takes me about another hour, hour and a half. So I'm in the gym for like 2 to 3 hours. Had I not been blessed to have YouTube as a job, once again, this is an immense blessing, okay? I'm very, very blessed. I do not know where I would find the time to go to the gym. Like, I commend all my people that work traditional 9-to-5s or just work a job in general where they're working for somebody and they find their way into the gym. Like, you guys have my utmost respect. It is a lot. 2-3 hours may seem like nothing, but that takes a lot of time and energy. Right now, I'm like, ugh, I gotta go to the gym later. Imagine just coming off of work and you are so tired, but you still need to go to the gym and you make it a priority to go to the gym, cook dinner, do laundry, get a little bit of time to yourself, and woo! Do not let me add kids into that equation, or a man, or a social life. At least I have a social life. I don't have a man yet. But it is a lot. But these fitness influencers, once again, they have all of that time. So they get these super fit bodies because they're able to maintain the results that they've gotten because they've had the time to achieve those results. So say they got these results in 3 to 4 months and you're like, hey, I've been doing this for 3 to 4 months, or I've tried to do it for 3 to 4 months and it's just not realistic to my daily routine. Once again, promoting an unhealthy lifestyle. So that may mean their followers may stop eating 3 times a day because they're trying to achieve the same results that the influencer that doesn't work a 9-to-5 and gets to do anything she wants to do whenever she wants to do. Woo! That was a mouthful. And she has the perfect hourglass figure and you're like, I don't have that figure. A lot of them have a much lighter lifestyle to allow them to go to the gym. So they have the time. And then something similar to it is you have those fitness influencers that once again make content at the gym. So their career is literally centered around the gym. So they live, sleep, gym. They go to the gym all day. The gym is their life. It is their entire life. They don't have a social life because drinking alcohol is not good for you. Drinking juice, soda, going out to eat, all those things are considered a setback for when you are trying to work out and achieve your dream body. And then them as fitness influencers, they have to maintain this dream body in order to inspire you to have their dream body. So no, they aren't going out. They aren't having this social life. They aren't having one little cheat meal once a day. No, they literally live, sleep, gym. They're at the gym 7 days a week for multiple hours making content and trying to maintain the physique that they have promoted to their followers. So that may be another reason why they look so damn good. And you're like, why do they look so great? Because honey, that's all they do. They're burning all of these calories back to back, day by day.
So I was scrolling through TikTok the other day and a girl posted a short video that said, when your whole For You page is gym rat, so you forget that going to the gym 6 times a week for 2 hours at a time, snorting creatine and dry scooping nearly 300 milligrams of caffeine isn't normal, and most people don't do this. I think it's a fucking fantastic reminder that a lot of people do fitness for a living. So they literally are paid to go to the gym, to look a certain way, etc.
And that can lead to the encouragement of them to their followers to promote overtraining. Overtraining is when you are overworking your muscles, your body gets fatigued, and that's actually dangerous. A person can potentially get injured, they can pass out, they can vomit, they can make themselves sick. There are so many things that contribute to overtraining and overworking yourself out. And like I said, their lifestyle is a bit more on easy mode than it is to a person that's working a 9 to 5. So you, after working your 9 to 5, you may not be able to sustain and keep up with them because they have a lot more free time. They weren't just sitting there at work for 7 to 8 hours trying to make a living. And lastly, I'm going to speak about the obsession with perfectionism, especially when it comes to fitness influencers. A lot of fitness influencers are promoting this perfectly curated lifestyle that is not easy to achieve once again. What you guys might see, like, oh my God, like they wake up early, they are going to sleep on time, they're working out, they're eating healthy, they're drinking their protein shakes, they're drinking their smoothies, they're taking their supplements, their collagen, their greens, all of these different things. But a lot of them are probably living quite miserably to sustain and maintain these goals. Those super skinny girls or those super fit women and men that you're like, how the heck do they achieve these goals? And especially if they're not naturally built like that, like a Kendall Jenner or a Zendaya, a lot of them are miserable. I think it's okay to succumb to a little piece of cake once in a while, but there are a lot of them that just don't believe that that is okay. They have to maintain this physique, they have to look great, they have to promote perfectionism in order to maintain their careers as content creators. So this perfect lifestyle that you're seeing every day, 9 out of 10 times is not as perfect as you may think. Everything that glitters isn't always gold. And these influencers also aren't going to show you whenever they're trying to do these certain workout routines and they might fall or they might mess up or they didn't feel like working out today, they feel lazy. They're not going to show that. Some do, which I commend them for, but a lot of them are not going to show the hardships that comes with working out and trying to maintain your body. They're not going to show them constantly on the scale. They're not going to show if they may have potential eating disorders. Those things do not attribute to the perfection of a lifestyle that they're trying to portray. So it is your job to make sure that you are not succumbing to these pressures because everything that glitters is not always gold. Once again, all these influencers are doing are promoting a false narrative of perfectionism that leads their followers to feeling inadequate, lazy, unfulfilled, and useless. And in turn, with the overtraining of the body and all the things that they're promoting, there's constantly different challenges on these platforms. I will say I've seen them on Instagram, I've seen them on TikTok, I've seen them even on YouTube of people promoting these challenges. I don't know if you guys have seen the Chloe Ting challenge of how to get abs in 2 weeks. That was a major thing during the peak of COVID. You had the 12-3-30, which is when you're walking on the treadmill. And then after the 12-3-30, that wasn't good enough. Now it's the 15-3-30. There's always this pushing of this is the right way to do this workout. This is what you need to do to achieve more muscle mass. Oh, you're lifting too much, you're gonna become bulky. Oh, you're not lifting enough, so you're not going to be able to gain muscle. Or you hear walking's bad for you, running's bad for you. It's like everyone's giving all this unsolicited advice that is inaccurate and incorrect. Once again, this just leads to the fact that a lot of these fitness influencers literally, or should I say literally, do not have the expertise or the knowledge behind how a healthy person should be able to work out in order to maintain or achieve results that they may want in the gym. And my last talking point has to do with some of these fitness influencers being completely full of themselves and just being mean people. There have been a lot of different clips of people recording themselves in the gym. And while they're recording themselves in the gym, they are being mean to the people, the bystanders, that are just trying to work out themselves. There are numerous clips of these women, I've only seen women, ridiculing men for allegedly looking at them, ridiculing people for getting into their shot, ridiculing people from being in their way. So many different things that people are like, yo, these influencers are really problematic.
Let's get this straight. Alright, so you can post your butt on Instagram for millions of people to see, but as soon as a guy looks at you in real life, it becomes a problem? What? Someone please, make this make sense or I'm gonna go crazy.
Stand up for myself, he threatens to call the police and revoke my membership.
You need something? You need something? Do you need something? Do you need something?
Do you need something? Okay, I thought so. Keep it pushing.
If you're getting rude, you can leave. Nobody was looking at you anytime you leave. Just because somebody glances at you briefly when taking your pump cover off doesn't give you the right to post a video on social media labeling them as a pervert. This has consequences. This can have a serious effect on somebody's livelihood, their reputation, their family. It's not something to take lightly. I had the privilege of having a conversation with this young man last night. He's a good, kind-hearted young kid, and he told me more about what happened. First off, he's not a trainer. He wasn't training that man. He's an overnight gym attendant managing operations of the gym. This was at about 1 a.m, and if somebody gets out of line or acts like this, he absolutely has the power to call the police or ask you to leave. So he was not wrong in doing so. Also, he never said, "Oh, damn." If you watch the video closely, he briefly glanced at you when his friend looks. You put the words, "Oh, damn," which he never said, and you slow it down to make it seem as if it's longer. It was a quick, brief look. I look at people in the gym. I do it all the time. That doesn't make me a pervert. I admire people. If you're in a shared space, people are going to look at you. Now, I will say this. There are men out there that harass women. There are creeps. I've seen it firsthand. I've stood up against it every time. This is not that. You decided to post a video for likes and attention to put this man's reputation, his livelihood at risk. He's the father of 2 beautiful young girls, working overnight to support them. And you tried to take that away from him. You need to do better than that. Mind your own business.
For one, I don't believe that filming should be done in the gym. I know, at least from my Pilates classes, I don't believe that filming is allowed. And I think that is good, because say I make a mistake while in my workout class and now you're going to use this clip and put it on your platform for you to get monetary gain off of? Absolutely not. And it's okay if some people don't want to be in your clip. Just because they are going to go and grab a weight does not give you the right to berate them and be nasty towards them because they're in your shot. A gym is a public place, and technically you have no permission to be filming somebody on private property. So seeing how entitled these girls get because they feel as if they are important, a lot of this influencer fame gets to people's head. Like, let me tell y'all that much. I have some stories to tell in reference to that. But a lot of these girls are increasingly becoming nasty people just because they have a following to back them up.
How do I lose weight? Go to the gym. What should I be eating in a calorie deficit? I don't know. What are your macros? I don't know. What should my macros be in a deficit? How would I know that? I literally don't know how much you weigh. I don't know anything. Look it up online. What are you eating? I told you guys already I'm eating ground beef. I love you so much. Okay, awesome. What is your split? You guys, it does not matter what my split is. Do the research on your own. You're never gonna look like me. You can follow the same split as me. You're never gonna look like me. You guys need to understand that. How do you stay motivated? It's not motivation, it's dedication.
But you guys, that is the end of today's video. As always, I want to know what you guys think in the comments down below on my commentary on fitness influencers. If you are a fitness influencer, please share your thoughts. Do you believe that you are promoting a healthy lifestyle? If you were just a viewer, who are some unproblematic influencers that you guys want to push out? At the end of the day, I think going to the gym is super important. I just started my gym journey. I just started becoming more active and I feel so good. But I will say it is difficult constantly seeing girls that are so fit and thin and you expect to see those results right away. I am by no means overweight. I get it, but like I really am kind of hard on myself. And I think a big chunk of that has to do, oh my God, this gnat. I freaking hate gnats. Oh my gosh. But I do believe a big chunk of that has to do with me learning and understanding that I am now a woman. I'm 23. I'm no longer 17. So I'm not stick skinny. And it's funny because back in the day, I hated being super skinny. And now that I have a little bit of weight on me, I'm like freaking out because I feel like a massive walrus. And it's because of what I see on the internet, if I'm being quite honest, is women that are my age and they look super fit to me. And I'm like, what the heck? Like I'm working out every day. I've been working out consistently for a little over a month now. I think maybe 2 months and 2 weeks. So yeah, a month and a half. So I know I need to just relax, calm down. It's been 6 weeks, girly. But yeah, it is very hard when you see these fitness influencers, you see these girls that are just naturally thin and you want to look like that or you want to achieve those looks. Like I'm constantly weighing myself on the scale, which I'm trying to stop. I weigh myself every single day and that is not good. I'm still eating food. That's a good thing, but I'm eating very clean. A girl gotta eat. I'm not going to freaking starve myself. Like I love to eat food. But yeah, it's hard, especially being on social media. Society pushes a way that the body's supposed to look. And now that skinny is back in, y'all, everybody's trying to be skinny. And that's why everybody's on that Ozozo stuff, okay? And I know what it really is. I'm just not going to say the name because I don't want to promote it because it's not necessarily good for you. And there are people that actually need it that aren't getting it because everybody is on it because they're trying to be skinny and just skinny. Everybody's taking out their booties too. Like, butts aren't in anymore. It's just thin. I don't think boobs are out. I think boobs are still in, which is good for me. All right, you guys, thank you guys so much for watching. Do not forget to click the link in my description box to go and join that giveaway and get yourself a little voucher. You guys will be very, very excited, okay? Not too much on it. I love and I appreciate you guys so much. Thank you for your endless support. Please be sure to check out my book club. Follow me on all my social media platforms. And I will see you all in my very next video. I love you guys. Bye. Mwah.
Taking you in this moment. Come get close like you own name. Read your aura. You want more of all this love. You'll be your name. Release all of your burden.